Hello again. Hey, before I go on and tell you a little about Lacy, I want to just tell you, the heroes that Luke had and the heroes we have are like rainbows in the sky. You don't forget them. It's like God's promise that good will be rewarded, that people that have done a great deal will be recognized because it's very difficult sometimes to forget how beautiful a rainbow is. But Luke also had that quote from Voltaire that every rainbow has a storm and a cloud as well. So you can see how that fit in. And I got to tell you one other thing, I love literature. And Thomas Paine, when he's talking in the American Revolution, he says, "These are times that try men's souls." What an awesome sentence. It's got 5 T's in there. And the idea here is it really takes a great deal to fight for your country. And if you've ever read stories or read true documents about what it's like, the Revolutionary War, it's terrible. Okay, so Luke, it's true, had ancestors going all the way back to the Revolutionary War. But, another quote which is really good is, "If a man serves his country well, he does not need any ancestors." So that's a good example. I don't mean to hang Luke and all the other heroes that we know on the rung of a ladder of ancestors. They're so good by themselves. They don't need to have ancestors. They're honored just the way they are. And now let me, just to tell you that, okay? Now, let me tell you about Lacy. Here she comes, very wealthy family. She moves into the same town as Luke. Of course, she's in a mansion, quarter of a mile away. But she is such a unique person. She's not a first child, she's a second child. But she really excels. I had a cousin like that. He was a second child and he did everything a first child would do. And it happens. So here's Lacy, very beautiful, right? We meet her at first when she's 14, and she's wealthy. She could be sitting around and doing very little, being entertained by someone else. But you know what? Guess she had sports ability. And you know where it came from? Her Italian ancestors. Because she had ancestors that competed in like local Olympics and knew how to a great deal of sports. So here's Lacy, instead of like a lazy, wealthy girl just enjoying life and being taken care of by everyone. She's an athlete. She shows her ancestry. She runs. She can run well. When she does ride horses, she's a natural at riding horses. She's excellent at tennis, which is, the rich man's game. She could play soccer. And so here's the thing, she's showing her talents, not just living on her own in the family. She's her own person. And another neat thing about Lacy is her Italian ancestry. Guess what? She's beautiful and she can sing. She can sing and she's an actress, which is just amazing. So here she is when she's 14 or 15, and she and Luke are in plays, in concerts, they sing together. It's just a wonderful thing, and these kind of people do exist. You might think, well, today, I don't know, I don't see a lot of that. All I see is problems, but she really excelled in that. Here's a neat thing. One of the problems that she didn't like was her father kind of grooming her to go into business. But her mom, you would like her mom, because her mom was very sympathetic to her. Did not want Lacy to just marry another rich man the way her mom did and then not have much status herself. But another thing I got to tell you is there was a family friend, his name is Russ, and I knew a guy just like him. This guy could do everything. He was a genius. He read 10 books a week. And Lacy's father loved this guy. This guy was awesome. He was so big and so strong that he got papers and joined the army for the paratroopers in Korea. At the time he was 16. And he jumped out of planes and he did all those things. He got injured, Did anyone ever complain? No. The Army was unhappy with him when they realized he was in Korea and he was only 16. But anyway, this guy could do everything. And his father had a big construction company in Chicago. And then here's Russ, and he, like I just told you, he ended up working for an ambassador, a person who was an ambassador to other countries, to France, for an example. And so Russ had all this, he was like 157 IQ or something, okay? Very good looking, could do anything, okay? And so this is what Luke had to live with all the time, is Russ does this, Russ does that. And Luke was not welcome in the house, and Russ could come any time. So there you get a really good idea of this situation and what it was like and why this story is unique. I know you're going to love it. I know I do. Thank you.